Hey people, Zarthwomp here, and welcome to episode 63, I believe, of Danganronpa 2. Last time we started our fifth trial and had an awkward rebuttal showdown with Kazuichi. Seriously, you have to cut through one of the requests, which basically in turn just really decreases your meter, and then you gotta swiftly do with the tape. I swear. But anyways, let's get moving. Okay.
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... I see, so the problem I'm talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Maybe they used the fire as a diversion.
Mention it.
In which case, Sonya couldn't be it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Nagito. Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set the stamina effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Oh, I know Gundam just has some treasure X for some odd reason.
This is my answer!
Nagito, even in death.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Killed himself?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
What, was he doing them in the vehicle on the way to the warehouse? He's playing some country on his pickup truck radio. Countdown races, sing this song, stabbing my legs. Countdown races, sing this song all the do-da day. Stabbing my left leg, stabbing my right leg, making sure I lose all blood in my left and right legs.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it's clearly impossible to think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Oh no, please tell me that... Okay, good, make your arguments. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife, duct tape. Ah, the ropes! The burned rope.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh, darn it!
Or if you use your front tail.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yes, Nagito used his hope crotch.
To actually tie up, that's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one, tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
What?
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Duct tape, teeth.
Tying just the legs is one, tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible!
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh.
Crap!
What is it?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What is it? If our assumption that Nagito can resist, Nagito should tie himself up too. That's okay, right? Nagito would
actually tie up...
Can I just look at this? Okay. Burned rope. It still looks clean. Survival knife. Wait. Nagito did have his hands free until the end.
That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry, Hiyoko. I'm sorry, I'm
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs,
Well, he
tying
did
both
tie up
arms...
the
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible.
How about if you or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
What?
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and
Burn rope,
legs.
torture wounds, order oil
That's
light.
obviously
Let's check torture wounds. Oh! Yeah,
Tying
torture
just the
wounds.
legs is one thing. Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by
That's
yourself.
not gonna be it.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I'm not gonna lose this.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
What? His arms weren't tied up.
Crap!
I'm trying to say it. His arms were not tied up completely.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
I don't know. So what?
Tying just the
Burn
legs
rope.
is one thing, but tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you...
How about if you or if you use your front...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
To
I'm gonna try
actually tie up your own arms and...
Okay. Yes!
No, that's wrong.
I was trying to say that. He had one free arm. He could have done it.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
What, it's a trap? Okay.
Trap!
Nah. Okay, that's a bit embarrassing. His right sleeve.
I see.
I knew it was one of those. I knew it was like the lighter because he had
Take a
the...
close look at his right sleeve.
I was trying to say
Even
that.
though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all.
My
Don't you
logic
agree?
is odd.
A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Apparently, Sonia, she knows her principles.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Maybe he's lost up in the air and it landed there.
Hajime! You tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer to this. Oh, phew. Blood on the girder.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall.
I don't know.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was... How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall. Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
That's not realistic.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Blood on the girder.
It's...
Okay, I need to be really cautious
Even if
with this.
Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife in and let the knife fall. Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Nagito can only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm. How did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Monokuma plushie.
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand out?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Monokuma plushie? Yeah, Monokuma plushie!
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own
Then
right
how
hand.
did it move all the way over there?
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
The giant spear!
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear. If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Maybe some arrangement, some Rube Goldberg device that dropped. It was tied to the girder, and so it went down.
Then, he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Kazuichi, don't even say it!
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Kazuichi was too busy listening to the penetrating part.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Kazuichi, we don't need to know what you're going to be doing tonight after the trial.
You bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
That explains the thing.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty,
I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Where is that Monomi doesn't have the bombs?
Monomi sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
Well, if it was not a pulley system.
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Tell them, Hajime.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. And everything we do now. Alright, let's do this. Make your arguments. Okay.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
It was.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Boom! There we go. First try.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
The one on his fingers.
There's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with
Well,
that?
if his fist was clenched.
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
It was gripping the rope for the spear. What was his left hand doing? Gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
What is it with you and that topic?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Or the rope of the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Unless gravity did it for him. That's right. That's
Hey,
the fact.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The rope. The cord.
I see! That's it! Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
That's why I got the conclusion that he used it as a weapon.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
Because then we could know if he was using a pulley system.
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
Okay, everything's going well. Everything's going well. Just want to make sure that I'm still recording.
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the extension cord from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach? Please tell me it's going to be a mental ride.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Tell me it's a logic
At a
ride.
time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name. One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
It was swung over the girder. Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So it's just before that. That's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the attachment? And think about it. Okay, I'm just seeing what it is. I'm just seeing what it's called. Spear of Gungnir Girder. G-I-R-D-E-O. I should be able to figure that out. Where was the spear and where was the tip of where that Nagito? Logic drive, yes! You don't have logic drive, Hajime? Really, they need to make a game out of the logic drive. That would be just so cool. Whoa. Not this time. Whoa. Jump the ramp. Question 1. Where was the spear before it impaled Nagito? Above Nagito. I got this! I got this! Whoa, where are these? Where are these? These are new! I don't like new! Evasive maneuvers! Okay, good. We made it through. Question 2. Besides here, what else is above Nagito? A ceiling girder. I got this! I got this! Okay. Okay, let's do that. Bang ball! Whoa! Whoa! Okay. What is up with Hajime's mind? Sure, we didn't have the ultimate psychologist. What are these diamond mean? Question 3. What item connects both the spear's cord? Oh! I was trying to go for the spear's core. The spear's core. I was trying to do it and I was reading it. I didn't know I was right! Yeah!
It's all coming together!
That was fun!
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Hajime the Psychonaut! Don't worry, Coach Oleander. I'll ensure that hope is instilled in everyone with your psychic death tanks.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Who else but Nagito?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide?
Fastest glass trial ever in this game.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
Well, that explains why he covered his mouth so he wouldn't scream while he was stabbing himself.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Why does Nagito do anything? Because he's out of his gourd.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
So we would all kill each other.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And then just consummate. Oh my gosh, Nagito, he's probably high-fiving Taka in hell.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
He's Nagito! Nagito! Jeez, I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How's two of me? I completely underestimate his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling mouth that threatens us even after he died. That's the form his mouth took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
Put him on an edge.
He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
This is Nagito. I wouldn't be surprised if that's
He's
true.
a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
Thank you, Hiyoko. You're with reason now.
Are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay.
But still, I can't help but feel things are ending too easy.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
There's more of this, I feel.
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make
It
sense.
just feels like there should be more.
It's probably just my imagination.
Like, I haven't worked enough to it. I still don't understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume Nagito committed suicide, but I don't feel so uneasy about it. Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
There is no such happy ending in a Danganronpa game.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer?
There's more to this. Monokuma, where are you hiding?
Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Right.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death and something that we couldn't have messed with. This. Let me just check. Survival knife. Okay. Sorry. Ah!
You were gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
So something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't even mess with. Ah!
crap!
Duct tape, spear of gunyear, Monokuma plushie. The plushie?
Crap!
Monokuma panels. Ah! Supposed to be file.
Crap!
What? No. Okay. That's embarrassing. Yep. Yes, I would like to retry.
We will never give up!
But what are they consuming? Is it the gas? Torture wounds. You know, third rope survival knife. Well, no left hand duct tape. Okay. Okay. Gas masks and gloves?
Crap!
The plushie? Oh wait, I already did the plushie. What am I saying? Come on, what is it? Oh, not this again. Spear gun, your blend the gerb. Panels. Oil lighter, MP3. Related to the murder. The paper?
Crap!
A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. What is it? Oil lighter?
Crap!
I don't even know. What are they trying to get at? Oil panel, MP3 player. That can't be it.
Crap!
Okay, it can't be Sonia. Sonia, it would have to be something Chiaki knew. The poison?
Crap!
What is it? Even he couldn't mess with. MP3 player?
Crap!
Okay, what is it? What is it? I'm going to do everything. Manoli's notebook.
Crap!
What even is it? What is it? Something has to be altered. What is it? What is it? Can't be that. Damn it, Sonia!
Crap!
What is it? I'm just trying to think what it is. I know I'm going to get B on this trial. I know I'm going to get B. No matter how I'm going to do, I'm going to get B because Lord forbid the game actually gives me something. What Nagito couldn't control? What Nagito couldn't control? Something related to his death. What couldn't he control? Torture wounds, he controlled that. He controlled the blood. He controlled the duct tape. He controlled that. He controlled the blood on the girder, oil layer. Here's Gunyer?
Crap!
I don't know what Chiaki worries about. I seriously don't. The plushie, the panels. Monokuma oil layer MP3 Sonia's account. Monokuma's account. What is it? On the left hand?
Crap!
Monokuma File!
See!
The file! The file!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious?
Is it gonna be the time of death? Furthermore, the lab, blah blah blah. When has the file ever been evidence? That's like in an Ace Attorney game, a piece of evidence was the attorney's badge. Let me guess, is it gonna be the time of death? Time of death, isn't it? It's gonna be 4 letters, then it's gonna be 2, and then it's gonna be 5. Yes, time of death. No, it's the time of death! Where's the T? Wait, what? Chain of fate? Case? What the? Cause of death? Ah! Ah! Run! Where's the tea? Where's the tea? Where is it? H! Time of cause of death! Oh my god! I'm confused!
In this particular case's Monokuma File, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh!
Isn't that weird?
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well,
Or if it makes the
Monokuma,
case.
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma File was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here? Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
I don't even know! The Monokuma File is
Just to
apparently
be
evidence
safe,
now! The Monokuma File was never evidence!
Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
While your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then, this situation we're all in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Intermission time!
No!
Man, my car was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this thing yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're probably the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Manomi? Hey, how much longer are you playing the show? Let's see. Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you pass. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Manomi and I are the best of the best friends.
Don't say such stupid things! I hate you so much right now!
Enough! Why do I always have to be hated that much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. You're not even an teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit.
How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know.
Who are your friends in the first place?
Then as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother.
It's sad to live a life without friendship, that's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demand for that.
I took the magnet! No, I'm not saving. Well, I'm going to call after Monomi does her speech.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
We're going to be starting that in next time. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. And with that, I will see you later. Bye.